at the feet of Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
What's going on?
What's going on, YouTube? It's SC, the place to be. Children, Mr. Andy. Back to give you guys another Monday Night Raw review. Also joining me is my co-host, not Deion Sims, but Prime Time.
All right, y'all. What's up?
And we're here. It's Monday Night Raw, and I have to say, I told you I review Raw when it's tolerable, and this week was actually tolerable. Actually, I'm going off the limb here. I'm giving Raw a thumbs up show, which will not happen often. I will tell you that right now. And I know,
You're getting too carried away there.
I'm not getting too. Look, because first of all, a lot of things happened in this Raw that I did enjoy, even though a lot of stuff was hot shot book and stuff like that. But there's some things that was good. The matches were good. Some moments were good. My group got back together, which automatically gives me a certain level of biasness towards this thing in the first place. So there we have it. So first of all, we kicking off Raw. First of all, this is not going to be like a full review. It's going to be like a little recap. Big E taking on Bobby Lashley for the championship. So Primetime already knew this. Like I already knew. Huh?
Oh yeah. All right. My bad. Oh, you go. You was about to say what I was about to say.
Yeah. If this match is opening the show for the WWE Championship, shenanigans is about to happen. And of course they did, but they had a little bit of a match. Lashley runs Big E to the barricade, and they all fight on the outside. But then Big E does one of his running spears to Lashley on the outside. But as Big E gets up, on one side of him is Shelton Benjamin. And on the other side is Cedric Alexander with their Hurt Business t-shirts on. And I'm like, don't tease me, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking shocked like, what the fuck is going on? And they didn't touch him because if you touch him, they disqualified. But then Big E gets taken down with a spine buster, and Lashley looks outside and says, oh, yo, my boys are back. Cedric gives him the nod, and Shelton gives him the nod, and then he goes for a spear. But then all of a sudden, the New Day come out and start attacking the Hurt Business, which causes a disqualification because they didn't touch nobody in the ring. But okay, fine. And of course,
no, they did. They did.
Who did he touch?
Big E. I mean, not Big E. Lashley, when he seen the Hurt Business come out, he nodded and gave Big E a spear. And then when he was pinning them, they got in the ring and they was fighting. They fell over Lashley.
Okay, gotcha. So at first I thought this was gonna be WWE doing. Let me get a 6-man tag team match player of the Hurt Business taking on the New Day. But no, they just said, nah. We Adam Pearce comes out pissed and says, "Oh, we not having this. We are having a match where nobody can interfere," which is not true. A steel cage match player. So I'm like, oh my god, we do a steel cage. It's a steel cage match between Bobby Lashley and Big E tonight. Now, that's cool. It's for the championship. I'm all cool with that. But I'm getting sick and tired of the match stopped rematch main event type thing. Like, okay, fine, it works in certain cases, but stop doing it. Charlotte has an open challenge.
What do you
tonight.
mean? How are we gonna get people to watch the main event if they don't watch at the beginning of the show?
Just book a better show. Angel Garza beats Ivar. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo becoming a decent tag team. They may switch, they may stay. Ricochet versus Reginald should never happen. Ricochet is way better than this 24/7 bullshit. Why Drake Maverick and all the other jobbers out there watching this matchup, when he's down there, Drake Maverick gives him the okay like a mafia boss to beat up Reginald, but then it's disqualification. I'm just like, wait a minute, why is it disqualification? It's a 24/7 championship match. Don't make no damn sense. Akira Tozawa comes down
because all rules are suspended in a normal match.
Oh, I'm mad you picked that up. So, Reggie escapes and Akira Tozawa is left in the ring, and then we get the return of Keith Bearcat Lee. Lord, Keith Lee is back. He got the facial hair now. He really got these bear cat claw marks going across his new attire. They're saying that it was supposed to be a tribute to Bearcat Wright, who was like the original first African American world champion. But I'm not giving Vince McMahon and WWE that credit to even think that far ahead to do a tribute. Now, if Keith Lee wanted to do a tribute to Bearcat Wright, which is very cool with me, I have no problem with that. But Keith Lee don't need to be Bearcat at all.
Well, apparently to Vince, that's the only way he can get over. So
Keith Lee destroys Akira Tozawa, but I do like he brings back the Big Bang Catastrophe. Because he didn't do the Spirit Bomb. He brought the
which
Big
would
Bang
probably be the Bearcat drop or something.
The Bearcat drop. But it was good to see that. United States Championship, no disqualification, no count out. Damian Priest versus Sheamus. These men beat the shit out of each other. It was a damn good matchup. Like these guys got some major chemistry for real. Sheamus is criminally underrated. Sheamus hits the white noise to Damian Priest off the apron or to the table. There's a chair set up in the inside between the ring. There's another table. Damian Priest goes hard with the kendo sticks. He starts reading Sheamus's stuff. He tries to go for a springboard, but he delays it because Sheamus going for a broke kick, and it comes down and hits him. There's a knee to right to Damian Priest's face, but then he kicks out, throws Sheamus into the table, hits the Reckoning, and then Damian Priest wins. Both these men were bruised up and everything, but it was a damn good matchup. The match he probably should have had Extreme Rules, but they had it here on Raw, so okay, I got a good thing out of it. We got a 6-man tag team match player. Jeff Hardy, Mansoor, and Mustafa Ali take on Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky. The less said about this shit, the better, because Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky win after Ali, who does his little springboard X Factor. I missed when he used to like come through the middle rope and roll through and do stuff. And he still stopped doing that for a while, but he did it. But Veer hits a lariat and beats Ali. So Karrion Kross beats Jackson Riker, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, they're really trying to still go with this Jackson Riker's a face thing? Yeah, no, it's not good. Doudrop says to Pierce that she wants to take the challenge for Charlotte's championship, and I'm like, okay, why do it that way? But
if it's an open challenge, just accept the challenge.
Exactly. I'm like, why go down to Pierce? Like, but okay, whatever. AJ Styles taking on Riddle. This match was dope. Even though they fought numerous times before, this match was dope because we got to see some indie style shit here. AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm, and Riddle kicks his feet, and AJ legit falls and gets caught up on the top rope. That shit looks scary at first. Then Riddle goes and does a springboard.
AJ knows how to do that on purpose, by the way.
I know he does. He really does. But he makes it look so real.
I don't know if you've seen this spot, but there's a spot called AJ. It's like AJ botched, and he made it into a storyline.
In the Indies, I saw that. He's just that fucking.
So I was like,
great.
oh, that's kind of a nice callback.
Yeah, that's just fucking great. Now, Matt Riddle goes for the springboard and takes him on the outside, and then Matt Riddle tries to go for that. He rolls him in, tries to go for another flip off the top rope, but then AJ catches him in the calf crusher, but he gets out of it. Then Riddle tries to go for a knee. AJ gets it and turns it into a burning hammer. When was the last time we seen a burning hammer on Raw? Never. So I answered that for you, and then he hits him with the. I
was thinking of something smart to say. I was gonna say like, how long has Raw been on there? But yeah, okay, gotcha.
Then he goes and hits a Styles Clash on the Riddle, 1, 2, 3, and AJ wins. Then Omos comes in there, and he goes and gives Riddle a chokeslam for the win. We saw what happened to Nia Jax last week from Shayna Baszler, how she was selling her arm injury. That was funny. That girl was selling that joke. She was crying, screaming and shit. That was fun. But Rick, we get.
I know she was screaming. I know that's how a real person would react, but I was just like, no, that was too much for me.
But that's how a real person would react if they get their arm dislocated.
I know that's how a real person would react, but like, I'm in the other room. And I got the TV on, and all I hear is her screaming, and it's going on. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's going to stop. And she keeps going. I'm like, man, what the? All right, what is going on here? So I go on. I'm like, that's just too much for me. Like, as far as her screaming and squealing.
I'm going to tell you this. She sold it better than Eva Marie.
Well, of course, everybody sells everything better than Eva Marie.
Evil fucking Marie. But before we get to Evil fucking Marie, we get Charlotte versus Dewdrop, and Charlotte's like, wait a minute, you know, this is a lot of women right here. So they have an entertaining matchup, but then we get the dumb babyface syndrome where the music goes off, Dewdrop gets distracted, natural selection, Charlotte wins. But what I like is how Eva's there, she starts kicking on Dewdrop. Charlotte like, bitch, get out my spotlight. Gives her the boot, kicks her down. Yo, I'm liking this Charlotte right now. Screw you, Alexa Bliss and your doll. Screw you, Eva fucking Marie. And I was like, yo, beat her fucking ass. So she leaves, and then she gets down, and Goldberg comes out. He has an interview talking about how he's going to beat Bobby Lashley. He's probably going to be at Crown Jewel. And Lashley's going to be his next victim because we did the Gage. As you see this awkward Goldberg picture behind him holding Gage with one arm. Did you see that picture behind him? That looks hella weird.
No, I wasn't looking at it. I didn't see it.
It's like Goldberg, when his son was first born, he just hold him in one hand with the flexing of the arm. I'm sending you the picture. Dead serious. To this day happened, and I'm like, it's like so obvious in the background. You're like, Goldberg, like what the hell, bro? What the hell? So, I'm sorry. But meanwhile, as that's still happening, Eva fucking Marie is still in the ring. And I'm like, get your ass out the ring. So she's like, you know, if I had the same opportunities as Dewdrop, I would have won the WWE Women's Championship. And bullshit, whatever the fuck she said. But no, Shayna Baszler comes out, puts her in a chokehold, beats the shit out that some bitch's ass, and puts her arm on the steel steps and stomps on her like she did Nia Jax. She hollers, but she don't holler like Nia Jax did. And then the fans chanted my favorite chant for Eva Marie. One more time. I was like, Shayna, do it one more time. Do it one more time, Shayna. Make her scream. Like, do it on both arms. Do it on both arms. Do it. I was so happy. Like, get her the fuck out of here. Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash need to die a slow death because super brutality is not good. Steel cage matchup. Big E versus Bobby Lashley. This thing starts on the outside at first. He beats the shit out of Big E. Throws him into the cage, hits him with the steel steps. I think puts him to a table. I'm not necessarily sure. We had to go to commercial break. When we come back from commercial break, we're finally inside the cage. And we guess it's a pretty good cage match. As Big E trying to escape, the Hurt Business comes down and it beats him down. And then all of a sudden the New Day come as Bobby's trying to get out the cage. And he goes for the door. Xavier comes out of nowhere and just swings that door back in his face. I thought that was dope. And then the New Day and Hurt Business start fighting. I like how Kofi just jumps off the top of the cage right onto the Hurt Business. That was dope. I was like, you know, these guys got some good matches. Y'all never should have broke up the fucking Hurt Business. But Big E hits a big ending on Bobby Lashley, and Bobby kicks out. And then they fight some more on top of the cage, but then Big E hits a super big ending from the top rope. Not the top of the cage, from the top rope. And then beats Bobby Lashley and retains the championship. So Big E is the man here. So after the matchup, Drew McIntyre comes out and points his sword down at him. And now Drew McIntyre is looking like he's going to be the next challenger.
And then everybody all grown together.
Yeah, everybody all grown together. So overall, I thought Raw just this week did a decent show because I'm biased. They put the Hurt Business back together. They beat the shit out of Eva Marie. She basically looks like a badass. They had a great cage match at the end. Riddle and AJ was great, especially bringing out the Burning Hammer. And so we got a lot of decent stuff on Raw. Will we continue like this? No. But I will give Raw credit where credit due. So I give it a thumbs up. So how do you feel about Raw?
Yeah, it was all right.
I understand. You just don't want to do it. But I feel you. But guys, you can post that comments down below. How you guys feel?
It was all right. It's kind of like a Jermaine Jackson video.
Whew, depending on which one you're watching. Depending on which one you're watching. Post our comments down below. How you guys feel about Raw? Hit the like button. If you guys enjoyed our review, hit the subscribe button for more WWE reviews right here, especially when the draft starts next week right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC and Place to be Chill, Mr. D, and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.